Mars is entering Libra. August 6th, that's a Wednesday. It's impacting my Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns, my cardinal signs. We're all feeling the vibes of Mars and Libra. What are the themes? Diplomacy, partnership, indecision. Mars and Libra, very indecisive, right? The scales are suspended. They're weighing both sides of the equation or the coin, whatever I'm trying to say. They're trying to decide what to do. So sometimes when we have Mars and Libra, that can lead to indecision because we'll just be thinking about it forever. Or we'll be like, I don't know. Oh, girl. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. You haven't been here for me to talk bad about Mars and Libra, but love to you. Yeah. So you know what? It's okay. Sometimes with Mars and Libra, maybe get someone else to make the decision for you, but then you'll blame that other person because my son is a Libra sun and moon, and he'd be like, you forced me into a decision. Okay, relax. Yes, I did. An Aries relationship. Oh, well, he's going to be feeling more aggressive and you're going to be feeling maybe a little agitated. Both of you might be feeling agitated, right? But I'm going to get into the horoscopes and I'll let you know how it's impacting all of you. You can listen for your rising or your sun sign. Okay, let me just start. This is happening from August 6th until the 22nd of September. Again, you know what? My Libra, Aries, and Scorpio risings, you're feeling the energy the most. Oh, happy birthday, Libra moon. Hey, Christine, what are the vibes? I don't even know. The vibe. Aries and Scorpio, you're feeling it because, you know, these signs are ruled by Mars, all right? So it's a double whammy for Aries because it's also your sister sign and you're a cardinal sign. Yeah, that's how I feel, intuitive queen. Cancer and Capricorn, you're feeling the vibes as well, especially if you have anything between 0 and 3 degrees. That's the Aries point. Gang, gang. If you don't know about that, Google that. If you have any personal planets or even outer planets between 0 and 3 degrees of a cardinal sign. This transit is important for 2 reasons. 1, Mars is challenged in Libra. It's in detriment. What does that mean? Detriment. What the hell was that? Can you throw that over here?
The charger.
The phone is on 20%, 19%. Thank you. Like, why would you do that? I'm sorry, everyone. Oh my God. Okay. Hi, Jess. Sorry. We had a, sorry. Let me just plug the phone up before it dies. And then this whole thing is a mess. If I could get it in. What's happening here? Jagger. Sorry, you guys. Oh my. Oh my. It's never a dull moment at the struggle stream. Okay, sorry. We're back. Okay. Right. And it's like last time the microwave was going off. Okay, sorry. Back to, hey Desiree, how are you? Back to Mars and Libra, all right? This is important for 2 reasons because 1, Mars is in detriment in Libra. That means it isn't cozy here. Why? Because Mars is the opposite sign of Aries. Mars is at home at Aries. In Aries, excuse me, Mars rules Aries, right? So that's why Mars would be in detriment in Libra. Mars in Libra is challenged. It's not as strong in its expression. We're going to talk about this a little bit more in a bit. The second reason that this Mars ingress is important is because Mars is facing off with both Saturn and Neptune in Aries. As soon as it enters Libra, it goes into Libra on Wednesday. Friday, it opposes Saturn. Saturday, it opposes Neptune. I don't like either one of these transits, to be honest, but hey, here we are. The weekend is also extra spicy because we have a full moon in Aquarius. Okay, let's talk about Mars. What is Mars? It's drive, it's passion, it's determination, it's desire, it's action, it's aggression, it's competition, it's will, it's initiative, courage, it's sex, okay? It's energy, it's stamina. Mars is how we go about getting what we want. It's how we argue or approach a conflict. Do you have Mars in Cancer? You might sidestep a conflict. Mars in Libra might sweep the conflict under the rug. It's our energy level and determination. It's our confidence and the way we assert ourselves. It's how you take control or take charge of a situation. Mars is also how we handle pressure. Is it flight, fight, fawn? What do? Do we rise to the challenge? Do we run away from a stressful situation? Okay, I thought my phone wasn't charging. Sorry. Mars in Libra is a little tricky, right? Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of relationships. Well, Ryan, that's good because Mars in Sagittarius, right, is sextile to Mars in Libra. So that's nice. Libra wants to be in harmony, okay? Libra doesn't want to go to war, doesn't want to fight. It wants to be nice. It just wants things to be chill, right? Mars is competitive and just wants to win. It doesn't care about fairness or keeping the peace. Mars is war. It will literally go to war, and all's fair in love and war. That's how the saying goes. So Mars in Libra can show up as passive aggressive behavior. Libra is the sign of the scales, so it likes to weigh the situation. The scales are suspended in the air. There's no decision that's really being made. We're mulling it over. But that's not the move for Mars, right? Mars needs you to take action. It wants you to make a decision. It wants you to do something. So during Mars's transit in Libra, it could be hard to figure out what you even want to do. You might be thinking about what you want to do. So you can become stuck in a place of indecision because you're too busy like weighing both sides of the coin. I feel like this is, all right. Sorry, there we go. What else was I saying? My bad. Yes, and then you might not feel comfortable to make a decision. We almost want somebody else to make it for us because Mars in Libra is partner oriented. Mars is going to be in Libra until September 22nd. So we have a nice run of this. But I feel like this week is extra intense because it's going to oppose Saturn and Neptune. Later on, I think it's going to square, will it square Jupiter? Yes, right? But I think that's not next month. And then it's going to oppose Chiron. But it's also making some nice aspects too, so it's not all stressful. There's going to be some lovely supportive energy, okay? During Mars's transit in Libra, what is happening? What are the high vibes? It's ideal for collaboration. So partner up with somebody. You're better working with a team versus flying solo. You're going to get more done. Libra loves a dance partner, and while Mars is in Libra, Mercury retrograde, you go further joining forces with somebody, right? Partner up. Mars in Libra is nice for art and creativity. You could feel more inspired. You want to beautify yourself. Go to Sephora. You want to beautify others. Help somebody upgrade their wardrobe. You want to beautify your environment. Do all the things. You want to make things pretty. It's excellent energy for that. The low vibes of Mars in Libra. Mars in Libra likes to keep the peace so it can repress the anger. Have you ever gotten into a fight with a person with Mars in Libra? Real bitch assness. No offense to you Mars in Libra people, but they can just explode on you out of nowhere, okay? Because they said something was fine, but they've just swept it under the rug and now they're raging out about a situation. I think Mercury will be good, yes, after the retrograde. Oh my, I've been victimized by Mars in Libra. All right, I surely have. Mars in Libra can be indecisive. A warrior has to make a move and stand by it, right? You can't be wishy-washy. You can't wage a war and then think about surrendering. If you start shit, you got to finish it. All right. Mars enters Libra and it faces off with Saturn and Aries. I do not necessarily like this. This is giving a block or an obstacle between you and your ambition. What are you trying to do? Maybe you're working on a project, but you have something else like that you have to do, right? Saturn could be authority. It could be your job. You know, Saturn could be your dad. I don't know. It could be whoever has authority over you. All right. It could be a situation where you find things to be unfair. Mars in Libra likes equality and justice. Maybe you have to partner with someone so you can just make the best of things. All right. Yes, it could be being a parent too. There you go. I forgot about that. Thank you. This is a challenging aspect. Like I wrote about this on Substack. You guys need to tap in. But I was saying like Mars and Saturn, you ever been on a road trip? You're driving along. All of a sudden there's a detour and it could add like 45 minutes to your trip. Let's say you're driving a 10-hour trip. 45 minutes to an hour, that's hell when you're already on a long road trip. But you can't necessarily get off. You have to just go the way that the detour tells you to go. So be patient. Delayed is not denied. And try to find a way to work with someone else versus working against them. Oh, wow. How is that, friend? Whew. That sounds, let us know. Okay. Mars then will form an opposition with Neptune and Aries. This is creating confusion. This is conflict. Hey, Nelly, this is an okay? An opposition, right? It could usually be it is an external force. So somebody from the outside, but with Neptune, it could be your own delusion. Maybe you feel like, oh, I should be able to do this, but really it was an unrealistic goal and you set for yourself, right? And now you're like, ooh, how did I think I was going to pull that off? Maybe you need to reassess. Maybe you need to, I don't even know what you need to do. Maybe you need to regroup. You can feel emotionally fatigued. Okay, yes, opposition, think of an op. A square is more internal. An opposition is more like somebody else. It's like you've got an op and somebody's trying you. So like, let's say, think of the basic opposition, the sun and the moon. So when we have a full moon, right, it could be the sun. That's what we want to do, our drive, our desires. The moon, it could be the op is our relationships. I'm not saying your relationships are an op, but people who are born on a full moon could be torn between their goals, their dreams, their desires, and what the people in their lives want from them. So they could be like, oh, do I go and pursue my goals, or do I like do what people want me to do? Does that make sense? So that's what I mean by opposition. So it could be a person, place, thing in your life that is blocking you. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be an actual person. It could be that, hey, I want, like Mars, Saturn, I want to go on a trip, but I have to work, right? Saturn is work. Mars is like what I want to do. Okay, thank you. All right, so that Mars-Neptune opposition is creating confusion. It's creating illusion, delusion. Maybe you're unrealistic about your ambitions. You could feel emotionally and physically fatigued. Take your vitamins whenever Mars and Neptune, or Neptune is in any mix. We could feel sick, but it could be more psychosomatic. You know, when you feel like you're sick, but you're really not sick. You're just depressed. I like to call it the mean reds. Whoever's seen Breakfast at Tiffany's knows what I'm talking about. It's not the blues, but it's anxiety and existential dread. I know that sounds wonderful. What does Mars in Libra mean for your zodiac sign? We're going to start with Aries and end with Pisces. Let's get into it. Aries, where you at? You need to partner and maybe even follow someone else's lead, Ram. We know you like to roam alone and be the chief in command, but you get further with compromise during your ruling planet's trek through your sister sign. There could be a stall to a project or goal. Patience and even redirection could be required. You may find yourself in conflicts with the people in your life. You could be torn between your own dreams and goals and taking the back seat to your partner's ambitions. Saturn and Neptune in your sign can create some confusion around what to do. It may be best to let someone else drive the car and you ride shotgun. Okay, Aries? Aries mantra for Mars and Libra: allow others the opportunity to lead. Okay, I need to take that to heart. Taurus, you're picking up the slack at work, bull, but it doesn't mean you have to pull all the weight at your gig. Yes. Ask for more support if you feel like you're on the verge of burnout, or if you feel like the workload isn't fair. You're a hard worker, but you don't want your 9 to 5 to take a toll on your emotional or physical health. You may feel like doing less with Saturn and Neptune in your house of seclusion. If there's been a beef with your coworker, instead of snitching to HR, no, I'm kidding, maybe invite your office mate out for lunch. Yes, Sue, I agree. Sue, go legal. I saw some on TikTok. When they go low, we go legal. Okay, sorry. Sweeten up the situation with your team by bringing them some coffee or donuts. Hit the gym to burn off any stress from your job so you don't unleash it on your coworkers. Taurus mantra for Mars and Libra: I grow stronger with the support I receive. Yes, period. Gemini, you're ready for some fun and flirting, twin, but maybe your summer fling wants you to lock them down. Oh no. You may not be ready to give up your roster for a relationship. This could lead to a conflict between you and your boo or boos. Your friends could feel like you're neglecting the group chat and bestie time while you're out mixing and mingling. with potential romantic prospects, or even pursuing your own passions. This is a good time to activate your creative juices and work on a project that allows you to express yourself. While you may feel like taking a risk, another part of you may be telling you to play it safe. Find the balance. Gemini mantra for the Mars. I said for the Mars and Libra. Gemini mantra for Mars and Libra. I embrace friendships and activities that bring me joy. Cancer. Your focus is on your family. And maybe this is because there's some fighting at home, Crabby. You might find yourself in the midst of a family feud. Oh, nobody likes those. How can you keep the peace and get your loved ones to see that there's no I in team? You might have old memories or flashbacks from childhood, but don't get trapped in the past. Let it go. Heal and release. Take stock of all the domestic duties. If you've been doing all the dishes, gang, and washing everyone's dirty clothes, then it could be time to delegate. Your home is a community, and everyone needs to pull their own weight. You might feel stressed by work obligations and need a helping hand around the crib. Don't do it all alone. You don't have to. I know that's right. Cancer mantra for Mars in Libra. My home is full of peace and joy. Period. Leo, your words and message can turn people on or off, Lion. Are you speaking to people the way you would like to be spoken to? I know that's right. You get more flies with honey than vinegar. That's actually not true. We'll talk about that. Sorry. Scientifically, if there's friction between you and your sibling or neighbor, now is the time to smooth things over. You may find yourself busier than usual with Mars and Libra, running errands and making things happen. Take your time and don't rush. While you do have to get things done, maybe you enlist some help. While a vacation may be nice for you, you could be too busy to just break away. Maybe a work trip gives you the opportunity to travel. Leo mantra for Mars and Libra. My words reflect my intelligence and thoughtfulness. Virgo, your mind is on your money, Virgo. Mars brings ambition, but also arguments to your money house. It could be that someone isn't paying you what you're worth. Or maybe you're having to help out your partner or spouse financially, and this is getting on your nerves, okay? I've been there. Well, not really. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. But maybe there's a diplomatic approach to this. Saturn and Neptune in your shared income house could be creating this imbalance between what's mine and what's ours. Thank you, friend. Make sure that you establish boundaries around your money. You may find that you're attracting money easily, but it's spent just as soon as it hits your bank account. Be mindful with your spending. Watch that Apple Pay. Virgo mantra for Mars and Libra. Everything I give returns to me. And so it is. Thank you, Izzy. Thank you, the only Nayli. Libra, it's your time, Libra. Mars is in your sign, Libra. You're feeling ambitious and maybe a little aggy. It's giving villain era. You could find that you get annoyed easily over the next 6 weeks. This is a great time to get physical. Exercise and spending time in nature, yes, touch grass, can help you deal with any agitation that pops up. You might feel that relationships are preventing you from doing what you want to do. But you know better than anyone, any other sign, how to compromise. During this transit, you might be less cooperative and more about what's best for you. That's quite out of the ordinary for you. Where's Christine? It's evil twin. You truly know best, Libra, so stand on business. Yeah, you know what's best for you. Libra mantra for Mars and Libra. People who really love me want me to speak my mind. Speak up, Libra. Scorpio, something that happened many moons ago may suddenly anger you, Scorpio. You're like, where is this coming from? It could be that you're running back a past trauma in your mind and getting triggered all over again. Ryan, this is so you can heal from that thing that happened and finally move on. While Libra is the sign of relationships, you could feel called to spend more time alone. This is a good thing. You're healing. Yes, heal thyself. You may not be able to just run off and book a silent retreat, but you can try to figure out ways to scale back on your daily responsibilities. You may feel a bit overworked with Saturn and Neptune in your house of work. So rest and recharge. Scorpio mantra for Mars and Libra. I choose to let go of anger and embrace peace. And so it is. Sagittarius, where you at? Your friends are calling you, Saggy. They want you outside, but when don't they? Maybe you want to help organize a protest for Palestine, free Palestine, or stop Elon Musk's XAI from polluting the air and water in Memphis. You can lead the people and make a difference during Mars's trek through Libra. You have the vision, Sagittarius, so make the rest of the world, or at least your community, see it. Now, there can be conflicts with friends that arise. Maybe your friends are not with your political views. I know that feeling. Maybe you agree to disagree, but spend less time around friends that don't share your ideals. Angela, I'll talk about that in just a second. An artistic project may be calling for your time and attention too. How can you make time for community and creativity? Sagittarius mantra for Mars and Libra. I am surrounded by people who align with my aspirations and interest. Capricorn, gang, gang. You're feeling ambitious, Cappy, but when aren't you? I know that's right. Mars is putting the battery in your back to make things happen in your professional life. While you like to work alone, you can accomplish more by partnering with somebody. Want to go fast? Go alone. Want to go far? Go together. Maybe you mentor a younger team member at your job or ask someone to mentor you. Now, while you're being called to climb the corporate ladder, there could be a lot of duties at home that need your attention too. How can you balance your personal and professional lives? You may feel torn between pursuing your career goals and spending time with your loved ones. Capricorn mantra for Mars and Libra. I have a supportive network of mentors, colleagues, and allies that I can learn from. Aquarius, where you at? Fred. Wanderlust is calling, Aquas. You're ready to explore the globe and expand your horizon. There's a strong urge to travel and see the world. But with Saturn and Neptune and Aries, it could be that you don't have the PTO or the actual capacity to jet across the pond. Is it you too? Maybe you have a mental trip instead and enroll in a course. Hey T, it could be that a friend introduces you to a new belief system or experience. It can be hard to go through life doing the same thing day after day, especially as Mars transits your house of adventure. So find ways to have some form of adventure, even if it's in your own backyard. Hey, Susanna, there are so many hidden gems right in your own city. Aquarius mantra for Mars and Libra. My life is full of new experiences with new people. Pisces, relationships are getting intense as you're called to bond on a deeper level with your boo or even your best friend. You're opening up about things that you might have kept hidden from your loved ones because of shame. We don't do shame. This is the perfect transit to face your shadow side so you can live in your light. Can't have the light without the dark. Maybe you're thinking of merging your money and opening up a joint bank account with your partner or starting a business with a colleague. Make sure Make sure you're clear on all the financial details before moving forward with any contracts. Mars and Libra can also bring a conflict when it comes to other people's money. Maybe you have to use diplomacy to receive an inheritance or some kind of settlement. Pisces mantra for Mars and Libra. I am deserving of unconditional love and acceptance. And so it is. There you go. Period.